What up, Raiders? Welcome to Raid Today for Thursday, June 8th, 2023. I'm Gessel from Gessel Gaming, and the Greathoof Loriaca event has started. And there are definitely some unsettling changes to this schedule. Let's dive into it and see what Plarium has done this time. But before we get into the drama, let's get into the actual what you got to do today if you are going for this champion. And as I stated in a previous video, it's not a great looking champ, so I feel like a lot of people are skipping. I definitely saw a lot of videos on YouTube today saying it's a definite skip now. We'll get into that, why they're definitely skipping, but I would say a lot less people are probably going to go for it. But what do you got going on today? Today, Dragon Tournament, Champion Training Tournament. That's all we got going on right now. It started on Thursday. Now, what I would recommend, if you are going for it, I would hold off on Dragon Tournament until the Dungeon Divers starts on Saturday. So that overlaps, not like a day and a half, not a full day. But you could typically get Dragon done in that time frame. That will basically give you a 2-for-1 on the event. And then Ice Golem starts here, so you'd be able to finish up the Dungeon Divers with that Ice Golem. So if you are going for it, I would say for the next day and a half, just work on champ training, knock that out, get it done, and then start focusing on Dragon. Tomorrow, Summon Rush starts tomorrow, so hang on to your shards until then, obviously, and good luck on your polls if you go for it. Now to the frustrating part of the schedule. They have completely removed the Champion Chase tournament. There's Summon Rush here, as we just spoke about, and then there is another Summon Rush. I've been playing this game pretty much since it came out. Not since beta, basically since it was worldwide launch. I've never seen this, ever. Why is it disconcerting? Well, a couple of reasons. First, Champion Chase tournaments were 15 points. Summon Rush are 20 points each. So basically, they've had to remove, and it looks to me like they've removed a Classic Arena. Typically, there were 3 Classic Arena takedowns. There'd be one here, like one here, probably middle of the fragment or fusion, and then there would be a third right at the end. So it looks like they've removed 5 points from basically what is a given. The Classic Arena is a given. That's the easiest one to do. You do your 10, 15, 20 tokens a day, you're going to get it. No problem. So they've taken that out, and they've given us the second Summon Rush, which has the 20 instead of the 15. So we lose an event or a tournament, and they add us 5 points into an event. So basically, what they're doing is making you, Plarium is making you pull both times. You used to be able to skip the champ train or the champ chase. You could do the Summon Rush, get the 20 from the Summon Rush, and make sure you finished everything else, and you didn't even have to worry about the champion chase tournament. That's pretty much how I've handled I would say the last 20 of these fragment or fusions. So not having that now, frustrating. A lot of people are upset about it. I've already seen probably 5 or 6 videos on it, and I have to agree. There's now it doesn't. If this is the only one they do it to, they're just testing the waters to see how how people feel about it, or just see how many people actually do the event. And it's poor, and they decide never to do. The results are poor. A lot of people don't participate. Then and they decide never to do it again. Whatever, one off, fine. They tried something, it didn't work. Move on. Now the other side you could look at this is they're setting a precedent where, and to me this is mostly what I think they're doing. I think they're setting a precedent to remove that champion chase, because what a lot of people do, and what I do, frankly, and I think a lot of people do now, even on my free-to-play account, I go to, I hang on to my fragment summons. I still have Gentny from the last one. I still have Supreme Elhain. This is your call from the. I already have your call, so it's not big points for CVC, and I do this mostly for CVC at this point. It's 30,000 points for CVC. Great way to get some points when you're pushing for personal rewards. But on my free to play account, I'm still hanging on to Supreme Elhain on my free account to wait for a good champion chase to pull it on. Now you can't do that. And I'm feeling that this is a precedent they're setting to almost discourage hanging on to your fragments and benefiting you when you're going through these events. I could be wrong. Maybe they're just trying something new. Obviously, we're not going to know until the next couple fusions or fragment events to see what they do. But that's my biggest issue with this. It doesn't hurt this account as much. My main account, I farm everything. I'm on it every day. I always have plenty of shards to handle all this stuff. I typically the only thing I only care about now are void shards. I hang on to everything else for these fusion and fragment events. That's just where I'm at with this account. But for new accounts for the first year and a half, if you're free to play, this is actually this stinks. No other way to put it. So let's see. No real reason to freak out right now. I think pretty much everybody, most of the people I've talked to in stream, other content creators I've watched or spoken to, uh, they're skipping this. So I don't think a lot of people are that concerned here, but I think it's more about the future. And if that's really where they're taking this, it's going to be very frustrating. So that's where Plarium has gone with this. It's a brand new change that they've made, but we'll see what happens. Now, the third piece that, frankly, I kind of find a little frustrating as well is the weekend. Next weekend is supposed to be, and will almost likely 100% be, a 2x void event. You do not get anything now. Now, if you were to pull for that champ, if there was a champ chase tournament next weekend, a lot of people are pulling shards anyway because it's 2x void. That's probably the most popular time to pull shards on anyone's account. Free to play, mid game, late game. Almost everyone pulls 2x voids. Maybe some late games are holding off for 10x void events, but for the most part, 90% of the people are pulling 2x events. You're not getting any benefit towards this fragment event, the Greathoof Loriaca fragment event, because they don't have the 2x void champion chase event next week, or tournament. So it kind of a triple whammy in my opinion. Not a great look. Plarium, if you're trying it, cool. If this sticks, I think a lot of people are gonna be pretty upset. This is the main way for people, free to play, low spenders, early game accounts, to get legendary champions. This is the time to do it. And if they're making it that much more difficult to pull off now, people are gonna have a tough time doing it. You're not gonna be able to do every single one, one a month. You're gonna probably have to come back to doing, maybe even only able to do 6 a year. You're gonna have to pick and choose which ones you're gonna be doing. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. All right. Enough of the bad news, though. There is actually some great news. Starting tomorrow, they will, with voids, 25 void shards. They are doing a guaranteed event for Demytha. Now, Demytha is unbelievable. Unbelievable for probably one of the best champs for the Demon Lord clan boss. There's she makes every comp. There's millions of comps you can do, that not millions, but there are hundreds of there are a lot of comps that you can do that will net you at probably a 1 key on Nightmare, Ultra Nightmare, Nightmare, and Brutal. And if you're a new account and you can bring that into a free-to-play account, early game, mid-game account who doesn't have an unkillable champion right now, an unkillable clan boss team, she makes it very easy to do. I'm still running. As soon as I pulled her, whenever she came out a year ago, a year and a half ago, year and a half ago, I think, she's been in my clan boss, and I've been running this for for that long. She's made it that easy. So my free to play count, man. If I had 25 shards on my free to clan, I'd be pulling in a heartbeat. She would make my life so much easier. I'm 4-keying Ultra Nightmare right now, and I tell you, it's not easy to 4-key. For all the 4-keyers out there, hats off, man. It is. It's not an easy process. So it's tough to it's tough to get 4 keys in a day. It's every 6 hours. So if you don't line it up just right, you might fall asleep, you might miss out on 1 key, whatever it is. She makes things easy, and especially if you can 1-key Ultra Nightmare, also get Nightmare and Brutal in. That is, the resources are so big for your account. The fact that I can only, on my free-to-play account, I can only hit Ultra Nightmare, it really affects the account. I'm missing out on a lot of, even just epic books from the Nightmare and the brutal side of things. So a bit unfortunate, but I will not be able to get it on my free-to-play, obviously. I'm free to play on that account. I'm not going to buy shards. I think I'm at like 12, so I'm not even halfway there. But 25 isn't bad. So if you have 25, you've been saving for that void, the 2x void next week, you got 25, and you don't have an unkillable team, I would say 100%. That is a easy one to go for. Easy. And hopefully you get a Lego along the way. Or a seer. Something like that. Let's just quickly look at what else we got. So the tournaments, as we stated earlier, we got champion training going. I would say work on this one if you're going for the fragments. Dragon tournament, I would say probably best to hold off until till the Dungeon Divers opens up, and then farm that all day. There's nothing else going on there. And the only events we have are still the Artifact Enhancement event and this Fusion warm-up event. So be sure to knock these out. Free rewards here. If you're doing Artifact, maybe you want to hold on to your silver for the fragment event if you were going for it. If not, a great chance to pick up some good stuff. Artifact Enhancement. Something you always got to do anyway, so you might as well upgrade your gear while events are running like that. But that's all I got for you for today. I hope you have a wonderful day. Good luck with the Greathoof Loriaca if you're going for it. If you're not, good luck on your polls for Demytha this weekend. We'll be back tomorrow. Have an awesome day. Take care.